I'm supposed to be a franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game. We're talking about practice.
Welcome to another episode of Living on the Edge. I'm Carrie Edge.
And I'm Phillip Edge. And listen, today we're here to help families just like you to unpack the abundant life. Today we're going to talk about love being in action and not just a feeling. We simply mean that when you love somebody, it's not based upon the way that you feel. Because sometimes I might get on her nerves. She would never get on my nerves. Love is simply in action, so that means you must be in the process of acting and doing, not just in the process of continuing to feel. So many people, their relationships are going down the tubes because they get caught up in their feelings. Love is an action, so when you're on the active list, that means you are participating. That means you're working it. That means you're moving. That means you're going. If you're not participating and active, that means you're inactive. Being inactive simply means that you were on the bench. You can't be on the bench in your relationship.
So we came to a place where we realized that our love was completely inactive. Having been gone on the road a lot, my husband was always in a hotel room. When he would come home a lot of times, he would find himself still in a hotel room, but really at the house. And during this time, I noticed how separated he was from everybody, how disconnected he had a tendency to be. And so I just went to him one day and I said, you know, I've just kind of had this revelation that you're here, but you're really gone. You've got to do something. You got to break out of this funk. You got to put the computer down. You got to put the phone away and get reconnected, because love is really all about connecting.
Did you get that? Did you? I was in a place in which I had to learn to practice love. It's not something that's natural for us. You gotta be in the game. You gotta practice this thing.
See, little girls, they want babies, right? Because they think babies are gonna love them unconditionally. Not so. All a baby wants is just to survive, just to make it to the next day. That's why it needs to cuddle. That's why it needs to be fed. That's why it cries. All those sorts of things. Not because it loves you. If you're trying to have a baby to feel love, you got it all wrong. Because the human nature has to learn how to love. Love is a learned thing because we're selfish, because of our instinct to survive. But see, love takes and moves survival out of the way. Love means that I give what I have to cover what he may not have. I relinquish my strengths to cover his weaknesses, and vice versa.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we sit here talking about practice. This week we have a 5-day challenge for you all right now. Now check it out. It's 5 days and it's all based upon 1 Corinthians chapter 13, because you know that we were going to bring our faith into this thing. 1 Corinthians 13, it simply says this. So for this week, here are your 5 challenges. For day 1, what we want you to do is work on your patience. What can you do in your relationship with your spouse or with your family to ensure that you are being patient? Instead of getting frustrated, instead of getting mad, listen, I need you to focus and be intentional to be patient.
Day 2, be kind. Be very kind. Find a way to be kind. Look, don't say everything that comes in your mind. Just because you think it doesn't mean you should say it. So be kind. Go out of your way to do something nice for somebody, even if you don't want to. Get up early and take the dog out. Go work out with your spouse just because they asked you to. Do something they love to do. So they love to do ballroom dancing. Go with them to practice. Do something you don't like, but be kind.
Day 3, stop being so irritable and so grouchy. This is the non-irritable challenge. Even without coffee. You don't need no coffee. You just need to get up and be intentional to tell yourself that I'm not going to be irritable and I'm not going to be grouchy.
Number 4, stop trying to have everything your own way. This ain't Burger King, baby. You can't have it your way. Fold the clothes the way they like the clothes folded. And don't cross your eyes when you do it. Roll your eyes, snap your mouth, whatever it is that you do. Do something your spouse's way. Do something the way your family enjoys it. Cook that special meal even though it takes 2 hours. Do something not for your own self, but for someone else. Go the extra mile.
Day 5. Day 5 is all about expecting and believing the best in your spouse, in your relationship with your family. Listen, your belief makes everything possible. So if you believe that things are well, if you believe that things are good, if you believe the best about your spouse, your family, your loved ones, guess what? The best has a way of manifesting itself. So my challenge to you is to believe the best, not in you, but in them.
Take some time with your spouse tonight. Don't wait. Get you a pen, get you a piece of paper, and sit down and write what you're gonna do. Hold each other accountable. If you got something special you wanna do, then just put something special. Leave it out there, but hold each other accountable. Write it down. If you don't write it down, it didn't happen.
So that's all we got for you today. Living on the Edge, coming at you with a 5-day challenge. I promise you, if you do it and you do with everything you got, you'll see a change, even in your busy life. You know what it is? Phillip and Carrie Edge, helping you live and get to your abundant life. We out. Peace.